What it YouTube? It's your boy Swiper 480 back at it again with another banger video. Today's subject on hand, we got 4xtreas. However, I'm gonna be reacting to Poetic Flako. Now, Poetic Flako, he always got the best videos. I ain't gonna lie. Poetic Flako has one of the most information channels you can possibly find when it comes to all the hood rat activities. I almost feel like he low key almost better than No Jumper. But anyways, let's go ahead and stop glazing this fool and start reacting.
We're back. I don't have a name yet for this 4xtreas series, but this situation is so horrific, it could officially qualify as a true crime. I think I found a name for this series. I'm thinking Handful of Sparks, the tragedy in LA that blew us away. I'm thinking that's a pretty good name for the series, all right? But let's get back to where we left off in our last video. We discussed how 4xtreas blew his hands off playing with fireworks in LA. We all found out that 4xtreas blew his hands off right around the same time.
Now that image right there, that's a gruesome image. So 4xtreas, you know, everybody looks at 4xtreas like this tough dude. I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm just saying that everybody on YouTube's looking at this dude like he's the toughest dude. He kind of looks like he's in a vulnerable position right now. Not saying that he's not with the smoke whatsoever. That is definitely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like it's weird to see him in this position. Let's go ahead and continue to react.
When this picture right here began to surface, by the way, this picture of 4xtreas in the streets of LA holding 1.5 hands because the other lost a couple of fingers has to be one of the most iconic pictures in LA history. This is a picture that we will show our kids in 50 years. This is insane. It had to have been the most searched Googled picture yesterday in the world. This was big enough for Lamar Jackson to react to this.
4xtreas guys, Lamar Jackson reacting to his situation. Lamar Jackson is crazy. Lamar Jackson is a celebrity. So that just goes to show that these celebrities are like everyday people, you know. They're like everyday people. It says, damn, 4xtreas, y'all be safe with them fireworks. The fact that he reacted just shows that 4xtreas is that dude right now. 4xtreas got that emotion, you know. 4xtreas is that dude right now.
Lamar Jackson sent 4xtreas his condolences. Dang, 4xtreas, y'all be safe with them fireworks. But with good news also come bad news, because when people went back to the scene that everything happened, they found 4xtreas fingers still at the scene. I don't know
how that is possible. I'm not too sure who wasn't doing their job. The picture is obviously blurred, so I'm not too sure how true this is. However, Poetic Flako, he typically don't be putting fake news on his channel, so this may be true. Maybe there's images without it being blurred of his fingers on the floor. If you guys seen those images, drop it down in the comments. Let me know if you guys seen. That's crazy work right there. I feel like whoever was in charge of this crime scene, I'm not even too sure if it's a crime scene, but there's blood, so biomat people should have been there. Whoever's in charge of this, they need to get a write-up, you know, suspension.
what's going on in LA. I know there's like the trash men, they are currently on boycott in Philly, but that's not extending to the West Coast. It makes no sense and no sense whatsoever how something like this will happen at the crime scene. The police came, I would imagine they came because they had to have, you know, come to see what was going on. If there's rumors of people faces being blown off and hands being blown off, and the police came and nobody decided, hey bruh, let's pick up the fingers that got blown off this man. This is absurd. But also too, with this picture, we also got an idea of how many fingers 4xtreas lost, and it's looking a lot.
So there you go. I'm pretty sure there is a picture that is uncensored, because he said that he has an idea of how many fingers are gone. So there got to be a picture, you know, with the fingers on the floor. It's crazy.
lot worse than we originally thought. We were originally told that 4xtra only lost 2 fingers. That's not true at all. No, he lost a thumb and 2 fingers. So he has 2 fingers left. It's also been confirmed, and this is like the worst news yet. It's his right hand that was injured, his knockout hand, his dominant hand. To me, the ops is throwing a party right now, bro. They celebrating, homie. That they don't got to get terrorized.
I actually figured that it's gonna be his right hand because come on now, it's gonna be. I mean, I don't know if he's right-handed, but majority of the people are right-handed, and we typically use our right hands when we grab stuff, you know. So I figured it was gonna be his right hand, which sucks because now he's gonna have to learn how to use his left hand. It's crazy.
No more by that knockout power, bro. They don't got to see that in the county no more.
Hey, Bradesky, tell 4xtreas I challenge him to a handball match. Let's see who can juggle better.
Here you got this clown. This clown was on Two Ways with Erica. You know, Aaron the plumber. He was known for fighting, or he was trying to be known for fighting, and then he got beat up. So, I mean, at least he had heart to go out there and catch that fade. But he's not that bully he's painted himself to be, I guess.
In a real way.
This actually got Aaron the plumber a great deal of backlash. People just didn't respect it. One, his fans ain't respected, and people who love 4xtra, like the gangbangers, they ain't respected. It came across as cruel and unnecessary. I believe people were giving him backlash because people understand the origins of Aaron the plumber and 4xtra beef. Their beef is strictly content. Their beef is about a celebrity boxing match. They don't have real life issues. They don't have real life beef. They're not real life.
That is true. Like, their beef was all media beef. It wasn't real beef. It was a beef, you know, to get a bag. It was a beef to get in there and to get the boxing. And he's going to turn it into real beef. He said 4xtras needs 4 extra fingers. By you saying that, there might be people from his hood that feel like you're playing with his hood. You do know that 4xtra's name, you know, the 4, you know, the 40s is his hood. And now with you playing with that, people might be on your helmet. How true it may be, I don't know. This is just an assumption that I'm making. I do not speak for the 40s. I do not speak for anybody. This is just, you know, what I think. Let's go ahead and continue to react.
Ops, 4xtra or Aaron the plumber hasn't hurt the other person's family members or friends. So to do this in this situation where a real life thing happens with 4xtra, where 4xtra could potentially lose his life or have potential to lose his life over the situation, to mock it and laugh at it, it came across as cruel and people just didn't respect it. His own audience was letting him know that what he was doing was wrong. One user is level to this game said, Aaron, I support your movement, but don't make fun of these situations because karma can come back in a real way. He's 100% right. A lot of y'all gotta...
Karma can come back in a real way. And you gotta be mindful of the things that you choose to say, especially when you're talking about people. Whatever you say could come back and bite you in the ass, bro. It is what it is.
Understand, bro. There's power that lie in the tongue, yo. What you say can literally determine your fate. Now, 1700 Mitch says, don't speak on bro because you were scared to fight him when he had 2 hands. I don't think like he was scared to fight him. I feel like if Aaron the plumber and 4xtra was, let's say, at a bar and Aaron the plumber felt disrespected, he would have probably fought 4xtra. But if you're 4xtra or if you're Aaron the plumber and your momentum is predicated on people thinking you could fight and you're tough, then you really don't want to take a risky fight.
Let's go ahead and skip through some of this. It kind of seems like he's backtracking on the things he already said. Well, not backtracking, but he keeps going back to stuff that he already said. Like, we already know
for 4xtra losing his hand
that 607 Unc was talking that mess. We seen it in his last video. I did do a video reacting to it as well. So basically 607 Unc was at the park and it seemed like he was making an offering to a deity to one of the orishas or something like that. But that doesn't mean that he was doing voodoo whatsoever. That does not mean that he was doing voodoo. Maybe he was just there giving the offering, and he ended up seeing that 4xtreas hand got blown off, and he decided to troll around and act like he had something to do with that, because people that practice, voodoo, people that practice deities, do rituals all the time. Maybe he was just giving thanks for health, giving thanks for, family, giving thanks for his wealth, and he decided to broadcast it that day. And it so happens that 4xtra got his hands blown off. 607 Unc seen it. He decided to capitalize off of it by trolling. That's gonna, really bite 607 Unc on the ass later on. I believe so, because if 607 Unc got pressed by 4xtreas and No Jumper for some gay jokes, imagine what 4xtreas is gonna do to 607 Unc now. But here we got a text message between 4xtreas and his lady.
Of peace without 4xtra, it looks like those plans have been spoiled, bro. 4xtra is letting his baby mama know that the surgery was successful enough to where he is still gonna be able to knuckle up whatever hands he got left and put it on these ninjas. I know that 4xtra is still part.
So he sent the text message to his lady, and he basically said, these people could still get punched on, because I'm assuming he already knows he's the donkey of the day. Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's going to be trolling him, especially that he got his hands blown off, and he's known for fighting. He's known for talking about fights. Everybody's going to be making jokes about this. So I think he texted his lady. He told her to let it be known that people can still get punched on. Now that may be true. That may not be true. I don't know. I don't know his hand situation. I mean, maybe he could still fight with one hand. Maybe he could still chunk him with one hand. He does have a group of homies that look like they're gonna step behind him. So maybe they're just gonna be packing people out now. I don't know.
Partially blind, and he still got to heal up, so he probably ain't ready to catch fades right this moment. But when he heal up, oh, y'all in trouble. And apparently there are dudes who are stepping up in the LA gangbang world, in the LA street.
When he heals up, you guys are definitely in trouble, especially 607 Unc. I feel like Aaron the Plumber might give him a good fade. Poetic Flaco's gonna go on to say, from what I can see here, that Compton Rick Rock stepped up to have,
especially when you wasn't giving that kind of energy when old boy was 100% healthy. Now,
but that's something to be. I don't even want to say that's something to be expected, because, we don't know their relationship whatsoever. But what I do know, what caught me by surprise earlier, I seen that what's that dude's name? King Peel. King Peel stepped up, and he had a message for Aaron the Plumber, and he told Aaron the Plumber that Aaron the Plumber was a clown, that he would catch the fade for 4xtreas. Now we all know that 4xtreas and King Peel had their differences. So some people may be saying that King Peel was just doing whatever to ride the wave of clout. But to me, for some reason, I feel like it was genuine. That's just my opinion. I'm not too sure. I'm Swiper 480. This was my reaction video. Make sure to go ahead and like. Make sure to go ahead and comment. Both of those things helps my algorithm. And share this with a friend. Don't be a hater your whole life. Support is free. With all that being said, this Swiper 480, and I'm out. Peace.